Hey everybody, welcome to the Work and Dirt channel where we record anything having to do with work. So today we're going to be reviewing 5 Husky tool totes or tool bags. And no, I'm not paid by Husky, it just happens to be what I have. I know there's a lot of tool brands out there I would like to deal with, but it's just Husky today, so stay tuned. So, to review these, we have 5 different categories: price, pockets, open storage, accessibility, portability. We're going to rate them 1 out of 10, 10 being the best. So this is the 10-inch tool tote, and I thought it was gimmicky at first because it was all flat like in a 2-pack I think, but they sell it by itself. But the pros and cons, I would say, it's got 23 pockets, which is a lot, more than most of them out there. And the pockets are all they are the preferred size. I could tell Husky did their R&D because no one really mentions this, but the pockets actually make a difference. Some of them are too big on some of the brands, like I love Milwaukee, but on their tool totes, for general home remodelers, whatnot, they're a little too flimsy and open and short, and so tools want to like fall out if you have something tall. But these pockets seem to be the right height, right depth, everything. So I like them. And Husky, I wasn't too big on them in the beginning because I had some other tools fell or whatnot. But the one bag I've had, which I'll show you in a second, has lasted 10 years and I like it. So I think they're trying to vastly improve their products, especially in this tool storage area. But anyways, as you can see, what matters to me the most is accessibility to all the hand tools. When you're under a cabinet, you're trying to just look and get the one tool you need or whatever real quick. So yeah, a lot of tools. The open storage is blocked by this handle, so that's not that great. You end up just throwing your last things at the job into here and then taking it to your truck and probably putting it back into some other box. At least that's what I do. So to give this 10-inch tool tote a grade, and I do like it's small, so it fits in small places, and it's pretty stable because it's a square. I like that. I'm gonna say price is really great, good because it's only 15 bucks, so we're gonna give that a 10. Pockets, it has a lot, so we're gonna give that a 10 actually as well. Open storage, we're gonna give that a 5 because it's very small in the open storage category. Accessibility, very accessible, we'll give it a 9. Portability, we're gonna give it a 9 as well because it's small. It's not going to tip over, but there's nothing to zip over it, so it can let things fall out if it does fall over, which is why it didn't get a 10. All right, so next we have a 15-inch tool tote. This thing is nice. It's similar to my other one, which is a little bigger, but the problem is it's a little small, and which means it can flip over easily if you have a tool in here and some taller tools right there. I recommend it being for like one, like you got a grinder and you keep the blades and a couple wrenches or whatever, like dedicated for a single use. But it's definitely durable. All these bags are made out of 600 denier except for the last one I'll show you, or one of the last ones. So they're very durable. I like the handle folds down out of the way. Sometimes you overlook that in the store thinking, oh, it's not a problem just being in the center, but it is when you over and over, you just, I don't know, it gets in the way. So for this little guy, it was really cheap as well. 15 bucks, so price might even be on the high side because it's so small and cheap. I don't know. Pockets, it's got a fair number, but not as many as the other ones. Open storage, it's smaller. It's not a big bag. Accessibility, you can see everything easy. It's quick and easy. We'll give that a 9. Portability, we'll give that a 7 because it's small, but it's not stable. So that's that one. And then here's the big guy. I had this thing for 10 years. I loved it. It could possibly fall over, but it's a little wider than the last one. And then eventually I ran over it with some sharp tools in there, so it got ripped. But I keep my electrical meter in one pocket. This little thing, which I thought would be a joke too, ended up being really useful to keep your tapes, electrical tape on. Like you end up using this all the time. It's really great. The handle's rigid though, and so that wasn't good. The newer ones flip down. It's got plenty of pockets, and I would have all these tools in here, and I could quickly, easily see. So I really like this bag. and it was only, I think, like, let's see, 25 bucks. It's got 19 pockets, durable. So we're gonna go 9 pockets, a lot of pockets. We're gonna go 9. Open storage, it's not the biggest, but I mean, you can't fit a bunch of power tools, like a couple drills, which is what I usually do. Accessibility, you can see everything really quick, get to it real quick, except for the handle, so we're gonna give it a 9. Portability, we'll give it an 8 because it's a little, it can tip over, it doesn't zip to keep the tools in, because what I didn't mention earlier is I want a bag that I could take on the job and then also throw in my Jeep and not have things topple out when I'm on the trail. So I might be asking for a little much, but at least that's what I'm grading it on, because that's what I'm basing my buying decision on. All right, so next we have the 18-inch wide mouth tool bag. This is cool. This is newer. It's made out of 1680 denier, which is heavier duty. It's got 42 pockets, and they get away with that because of all these little slits to keep like a little your little hand tools, whatever. It's really nice, and I thought it was really cool until you get like a taller tool like this. You got crescent wrench or channel locks, excuse me, and then you go to zip up, and it's too tall. So I guess you could throw those down, I guess, but I don't know. It kind of bums me out a little bit. Or even like a tall level, it's not. And then you go to zip. That's kind of an issue. So, anyways. But durable, it's not going to fall over. It can zip up, so you can keep majority of the tools in without them falling on a trail. But I think they obviously designed this more for someone who's traveling, because you can put your identification here. So super nice quality bag, and I think yeah, it's 29 bucks. So I think the price is right there. So we'll give that a 10. I think you're getting a lot of value for your money there. Pockets, a lot of pockets. We're gonna go 10. Open storage. We're gonna go 8 because you can only fit a couple drills in there, nothing big, because all your hand tools are in there. Accessibility, we're gonna give it 8 because when you have stuff in here, it can get packed and it's hard to actually get to everything. But you're compromising because you're probably taking this traveling. So, and then portability, I'm gonna give it 10 because it's so stable, zips up. It's what I would be looking for. So that's that one. Nice bag. And then we got the rolling tote. This is the 18-inch. They have a 14 and a 24. It's got 100-pound carrying capacity and 18 pockets. It goes for 80 bucks. Not bad for being mobile. You know, you can take it somewhere. It's made out of the strong denier. It's got the big pockets along the back. I don't know if you can see in there. Yeah. And then, yeah, really rigid. It's got a spot to put your tape measure here. So this is nice because you can go to a job location, you have your hand tools on the outside and inside, and then you can put your drills and even more drills, or your skill saw. It has a lot of room in here. But for me, you're compromising because I found myself thinking, okay, do I want to store my power tools or my hand tools? And I care more about my hand tools, because I have bigger boxes for the power tools. But there is a cool thing I found while looking for all these things, is they got these clip-on bags, a bunch of different ones. You could throw on different bags to hold separate things that you might use all the time. It might be gimmicky for some people, for others it might be great, but they actually work pretty good. And this might be worth the whole video itself. This is a place to store your cutoff blades, grinding wheels, all that stuff. It can fit up to a 7-inch wheel. As you can see, I have a bunch in here, and now they don't break and they're not rattling all over. Zips up. You can just throw this in the bag or clip it right on the back of a bag where you can clip that tape. You can clip this bad boy right on there. So this is really cool, like 9 bucks. So we're gonna give that bag 80 bucks. Could be up there in the price, so we're gonna give it an 8. Pockets, it doesn't have as many. Open storage, it's really big for storage, so we'll give it a 10. Accessibility, 7. You're really looking for your hand tools if they're down in there around your tools. And then portability, we'll give it a 9 because yeah, it zips up, it rolls, but it's a little bigger when I'm going for a hand tool. So that's my perspective, at least. I want something that's small and hand tool. So So we'll add these all up. Okay, so adding them all up, I don't know if you can see. Oh, there you go. I think we have a winner on the 18-inch handbag. And so I think that's probably what I'm gonna go for, since the thing I cared about most was enough hand tool storage. But I don't know, the thing that wasn't tall enough, if it was 2 inches taller, I think I'm gonna keep it. But the next up was the 17-inch and the 10-inch. And the 17-inch, but the 17-inch I had for a long time and I really liked. So I hope you guys got some benefit out of this. And like I said, I'm going to try to review other tools and storage things in the future. But till then, have fun, work hard, and see you at the next one. Thank you. If you guys want to see my co-star sleeping on the job, here he is. Can't hear a thing.